Wow, that was interesting. That was mad still. That game at the end, wow, it ruffled some feathers. It touched some nerves and them things there. It got touched in a Jimmy Savile show. I can't believe it. And you know what, yeah? I know this is just another issue, Ella and Whitney. It's going to have us divided like Domino's pizzas and them things there. It's going to have us just, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's going to have who they think is right and all that stuff. But let's talk about it. I'm not going to lie. I'm rooting for... I'm rooting for Whitney still. I'm rooting for her like a potato farmer. I'm rooting for her like parsnip and them things there. And I got her back. That's my gal still. I got her back like she needed the Heimlich maneuver and them things there. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's bust it down. Trust me, it's your boy Fred Stones. You know how it goes. Thanks for passing by the channel. If you're new here, hit that sub button for me. Comment, share, like, all the good stuff. You know what we do. Guys, tonight's show was interesting still. I liked it a lot. That game had everybody crumbling like fresh pastry. I'm not going to lie. I had man crumbling differently. So the episode started with Ty and Ella, yeah? Ella was still floating over Ty's gestures of doing all that stuff just to tell her that he loves her. Waste man things. Anyway, Ella was still floating like Aladdin on Arabian Nights and them things there. And she was so happy. She couldn't believe it. She was like, oh my God. Like, it was the best day of her life for them things there. She said that Ty was a bit nervous. So he was a bit shaking, trembling. Yo! I thought Ty was a G. What are you trembling for? But apparently he was shaking like he had pneumonia. He was shaking like a washing machine on his last spin and them things there. And obviously he was nervous and stuff, yeah. But Ella she was proper like, oh, she was so happy. And I know I've doubted Ty's genuinity before. I felt like he's been trying to play her like a recorder, like a ukulele and them things there. But if it's real, then yo, more fool on me and them things there. I hope it's real. But I feel like certain people know that the cameras are there. They're aware. But she said he was shaking and stuff. So I hope I'm wrong. But I still maintain they're not going to make it. These guys are not going to make it on the outside world. I don't even think they're going to make it to the car park. You know them ones there. Then you got Zach and Molly, yeah? You got the Zach brother. The brother's built like a loaf of Hovis and them things there, yeah? The brother was telling Molly that, that he needed a space. Man, they think he's Neil Armstrong, you know, talking about he needed a space. He needed a space and he's realised and he doesn't want to be away from her anymore and all this stuff. Like, waste man thing. Waste man. I always knew that you would be a waste man. But he was telling her the space was good, it was healthy and them things there. He explained that he could have handled things a bit better. He could have been more aware of her needs and what she wants. Fam, pimp slap. Talk on the hands and... I'm joking. But yeah, they're back. But there's nothing between these guys. There's absolutely nothing there. Even Stevie Wonder could see there's no chemistry between these guys. There's absolutely... Fam! Then Scott and this little mosquito, this little meerkat, Abby, was talking, yeah? And Scott was talking... Scott was saying that he's got faith like Biggie and them things there. Saying that he's got faith in where they're going, that they're solid. He said that he doesn't think that there's anything between her and Mitch and... Like, bro, what's wrong with Scott? Has he been going under the covers and inhaling her pops and them things there? Because the brother don't seem to be thinking right. I feel like he was trying to convince himself that he likes this little mosquito. This girl looks like a flipping honey badger. But that's Scott's girl, innit? That's his thing. Not my girl. That's his thing. And he's happy. They're solid as a rock. They're solid, I swear down. And I'm happy for them. You know them ones there? I'm happy for them. Abby says, yeah, that at least the public sees them as compatible. I swear down, this girl was dropped on her head on her birthday and them things there. And that's how they celebrate her birthdays. Because this girl, she's stupid. Talking about, at least the public sees us as compatible. Shut up. The public voted for him and Amber as well. The gal, the mute gal, the gal that don't even talk. Little teenager, Jojo Siwa. They voted for her as well. Ty doesn't seem to think that Abby and Scott are compatible at all because he was telling this flipping Captain Birdseye's nephew, this little Romanian ferret, that's what Ty was telling him that, he thinks that she couldn't have gotten over Mitch that quick, that she just played. Bro! Anyway, they've all gone to sleep, woke up the next morning, you know how it goes and them things there. Woke up, muku in the corner of the eye, breath just humming like a choir and them things there. Breath just hum. But anyway, they woke up and you know when they have their little cutaway from the mornings when everyone's getting ready or they're talking, Did you lot hear, first of all, yeah, why was this flipping extra from Benidorm, one of the flipping aliens from Men in Black and them things there? Why was this gal, yeah, Abby, talking about, she was trying to prove to everyone in the house there's something between her and Scott, asking people if they can see her, their PDA and all that stuff, and how they're showing affection to each other around the house. Waste man thing. Bro, she's the biggest waste chick I've ever seen. What kind of waste man thing is that? And then Jess, bro, all these girls are haters. They're scumbags, all of them. Jess as well. Peppa Pig, she's a scumbag. Talking about, Abby's got a better connection with Scott than Catherine did. Why is Catherine's name even in your mouth? Wash out your dusty morning breath before you start talking nonsense about other people. This little scorpion looking thing, you're talking about she got better PDA with... Shut up, man. What kind of idiot thing is this? So what we were seeing with Catherine and Scott, that was just manufactured. Bro, this girl been with Scott for like flipping 3 minutes. Then you got this waste man Sammy here. This brother looks like a flipping Eastern European shoe cobbler. Do you know what I'm saying? Some Romanian cement mixer or something. Some any Albanian dungeon rat. This brother, yeah, imagine he was sat there. Obviously, after hearing his dad, obviously we all know Tyreek is his dad. We saw the Maury show and them things there. I'm not joking. Bro, we know Tyreek's his dad. He looks up to Tyreek like sunlight. He looks up to him like flipping, I don't know. But he proper looks up to my man. But obviously him hearing Tyreek telling Ella that he loves her, all of a sudden, my man's telling everyone that he's in love as well. He loves Jess. Waste man! Bro, this guy's on Tyreek's arse like back pockets. This guy is such a waste man. The way he follows my man. Have you not ever seen ducks in a row just following each other? Just quack, 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 quack. Bro, don't the little ducks on the back. That's Sammy. That's little waste man. Always following his dad, you know. Bro, imagine all of a sudden now you're in love as well when Tyreek's in love. These guys are the biggest knob cheeses I've ever seen. How can you claim yourself to be a man, a proper man, and you're following man around like a guide dog on them things there? What kind of stupidness is this? I don't get these brothers. Bro, he's not in love with Jess. He doesn't like the sight of the girl. Fam. Abby, yeah, this girl is a little helmet. I'm not going to lie. She was walking around the villa trying to convince everyone that her and Scott are it, and that they got a good connection and all these things, and they got a good thing going, and proper waste chick. Whitney was telling her, like, just be careful. Like, don't be going in head first like a scuba diver and them things there. Do you know what I'm saying? But this girl, she's got to learn the hard way. Like, with her little hard face and them things there. She got to learn the hard way. But we'll see, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Then the text comes through for the challenge, and oh my God, it got peak. Peak like mountaintop. Wow, it got real mad in it. I got touchy, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna share with you the ones that I remember, and I think the ones that are the most touchy bits and all that stuff, yeah? The first one they did was most argumentative couple. I think Ty and Ella took that hands down. Bro, hands down like 6:30. You know them ones there? They probably argued about being the most argumentative couple. Like, that's how much they argue. They won that hands down. Obviously, people gave their reasoning. There weren't really any shade thrown at anyone, so that was cool. The second one, couple with the least chemistry, yeah? Mitch, straight off the bat, picked Loch Ness Monster and Whitney. And a few people picked Loch Ness Monster and Whitney, and like, do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, I feel like this guy just riding a wave. He's just using his girl, but we'll see in it. But a few people picked them for having the least sexual chemistry as well. Ty picked Mitch and Ella B. We know how he feels about Mitch. He can't stand the brother. Molly also picked Loch Ness Monster and Whitney for having the least sexual chemistry. That's when Whitney replied to her, oh, well, that's not what the public think. And I didn't think she'd done that in like a smug way. I thought she was just, I don't know, that's Whitney, it's just like bantery, innit? She's bantery. But everyone else thought it was smug because that caused a big thing later. Then the next one was the biggest attention seeker, yeah? And it was between literally Ty and Ella and Sammy and Jess, and I think it was kind of like even that one. The next one, most one-sided couple, and this is when the beef between Scott and Mitch started brewing up and stuff, yeah? Because Mitch picked Scott and Abby, and then Scott and Abby picked Mitch, and man heard a little snips. That's when they started going back and forth, like flipping, they were playing tennis and them things there. It was like a rally at flipping Wimbledon. I swear down, just, yo, man. They were dissing each other. But that's when it first started, yeah? Next one was most unlikely pairing. Zach and Molly won that. They won that, hands down. Even they vote for themselves and them things there. But the funniest part of that was when Mitch said, oh, Zach is a roadman. He said, oh, because Zach is a roadman and Molly's from Doncaster, but the way you said it was so funny still. Then the next one, most smug couple. Mitch voted first, yeah. He voted Whitney and the Loch Ness Monster. And I think he done it in kind of like a tongue-in-cheek, bantery way. And he goes, oh, because they're the favourite couple in it, so it's made them kind of smug. But I think that was a bant sort of thing, yeah? And then Tyreek said the same thing. He chimed in, but he went in extra further and said, oh, Whitney always thinks she gets with the nice guys and all that, but she's not really with the nice guys. Tyreek here, I'm going to say off the bat, I don't know what his problem is. Why is he got to have his nose in other people's relationships? Like, look, you think yours is perfect? What is wrong with this brother? Wind your neck. I would say that, but you know. He ain't got none. Then the next one, that's when it got heated between Scott and Mitch and Abby. And Ella B as well. Bro, it was like this. Man was like this. The way it was back and forth. Fam. It was mad. So most likely to have their head turned, yeah. Ella B said Abby and Scott. I can't remember the reasoning she gave for it, yeah. Ty said Abby and Scott also because Abby, he said because he feels like Abby's still got a thing for Mitch, but she's not showing it, she's denying it. Then Scott went for Mitch, talking about, oh, how Mitch has gone for every single bombshell in the house. He hasn't been solid with anyone, rare. This is when the low blow started, fam. Then Loch Ness Monster voted for Abby and Scott as well, yeah, because he said he feels like it's a one-sided like relationship. He said he feels like Abby's just always talking and Scott just nods like the Churchill dog and them things. They just always like, yes. Oh, no, sir. Oh, yes. Like the Churchill dog and them things there. Bro, they was going back and forth like Uber drivers. Oh my God, it was mad. It got touchy, it got big. I thought it was going to start throwing hands in him. I'm not going to lie. Scott is so quick-witted, yeah. Bro, I don't think there's any point having a dissing match with him still. Scott is quick. He's quick off the mark. But I do think, yeah, bro, I think they all won because Mitch, for me, had the most memorable line of that diss when he said, you two are only together because I don't want Abby. I was like, wow! Fight. Well, star. I thought it was going to turn into a madness. And, bro, I'm not going to lie. Scott done his thing. They both gave as good as they got on them things there. Mitch ate up Abby, I'm not going to lie. He ate her up like a flipping Greg sausage and them things there. Do you know what I'm saying? They had that villa burning like the Australian bushfire. It was hot in there. It was hot. You know what it was there? I enjoyed it though, I'm not going to lie. Then after that, that's when we started seeing the cracks forming in between Whitney and Ella's relationship. From the shower situation and Whitney getting mad, pacing up and down and them things there, to their conversation later. She was telling Ella that she's selfish. And I'm not going to lie again, like I said in the intro, I am backing Whitney. I do feel like Ella's very selfish. She says she's a girl's girl, but she's not a girl. She would dash all of them gal there underneath the bus for Tyreek. Facts. Anyway, nighttime comes. You know how the nighttime get to them things there? Because the nighttime is the right time. Listen, yeah. The nighttime, there was a lot of conversations going on all over the place in them things there, yeah. Abby, this little wretched meerkat, was telling Scott that, because of what everyone been saying from the challenges and stuff, she's feeling like, maybe Scott isn't really feeling me. And because certain people are like, like Lockham saying Scott, she's always talking, Scott's just nodding. Certain people will say one or two things. So she's telling Scott, like, if you're not feeling me, let me know. Let's just call it a day. Scott was like, you know what? Let's get married. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. I'm joking, but Scott was saying, nah, man, like, we're good, you know what I'm saying? He assured her we're good in them things there. Ella was talking to Ty and she was talking about the whole Whitney situation, about how she's surprised about how Whitney came at her. And Ty told her, yo, go talk to her, innit? Like, that's your friend sort of thing. Go talk to her. Whitney was also not happy about being called smug. She was chatting to Jess and Jess said to her, do you think she's like feeling that way because she wasn't voted as a favourite couple? Did you not catch that bit? Bro, there's so much backbiting, so much two-facedness. Jess is just everyone's friend and everyone's... Bro, it's mad in that house right now, I'm not going to lie. Then there was that little awkward situation outside when Whitney and Lockham was sat down there and then Ella and Ty was on the other bit and then they walked past them and they're like, you're not going to come sit here. And then Ty and Ella's like, no, you don't come sit here. And it was a bit standoffish and stuff, do you know what I mean? Then Mitch and Ella B and Abby and Scott, they squashed their beef. They squashed their like mincemeat and them things there. It's cool. Abby says she'll never look in Mitch's direction again. She's lying, man. She'd eat his batty, I'm telling you. Off the rip. joking. But yeah, then Ella and Whitney went for a chat, yeah. They sat down and Ella opened up the conversation saying, oh, well, I wasn't really happy about you calling me selfish earlier on, yeah. And I think she was expecting a different response from Whitney. I think I was too. I think we all was. Oh, you see Whitney, yeah? She's as cold as ice. Oh, listen, the gal is cold. Whitney told her, I wasn't joking, you are selfish. And she explained it to her. So she explained it to her so calmly and them things there. And then her and Ella got into a madness. Ella's like, oh, how can you call me selfish? And she's like, oh, how can you call me smug? And then they both have points because, like, it's long. It's long. Whitney wasn't backing down. She doubled down on why she called her selfish, and Ella was like, "Oh, well, like I called you smug because of this, rare." And then they got into a madness, and then they got into a beef, and then they walked away from each other. Whitney said to her, "Don't sit there claiming bestie when you think I'm smug." And then she's like, "Well, you don't claim bestie either, bro." That was the end of it, and they walked away from each other. And bro, that was mad. Again, I feel like there's been tensions here ever since Love Island decided to announce Whitney and Lockham as the favourite couple. Certain people got all up in their feelings about it and they didn't really want to explain why. Even Mitch pointing out that, oh, they're the most smug couple because they won the favourite couple. Even though it's bants, yeah? Like, jokes are said. People say jokes when they really, that's what they really meant in them things there. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, if that's how someone like Mitch feels, imagine how everyone else feels. And now this girl's just meant to sit back and be like, oh, let me humble myself because everyone thinks I'm smug. No, she was never smug. This has just always been Whitney. You know, them ones there. And there's been little things in Ella that I've seen that I've not liked from day one. But because she was part of the Destiny's Child, the trio and all that stuff, I always allowed her. But in the last few episodes, I've been seeing a different Ella. And I'm not sure about this girl. So, guys, it's just my opinion. No one don't get offended. Like, it's not that deep. It's just Love Island. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's just entertainment. Let me know what you guys think. If you don't have different opinions, like, we'll go through it in the comments and stuff. But it's not that deep. No one don't be attacking me because this is just how I feel, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? It's your boy Fred Stones. Let me know what you feel, man.